Hello, students. In today's live streaming, I am taking up yet another concept of the chapter on the polynomials, and this time we are going to learn how we can find the zeros of a cubic and a biquadratic polynomial. Now, see zeros of a cubic and biquadratic polynomial. So let me just tell the concept for the benefit of those who have joined in today itself, that a cubic polynomial is basically a polynomial of degree 3 and a biquadratic polynomial is a polynomial of degree 4. The number of zeros of any polynomial is always equal to its degree. So a cubic polynomial has a degree 3, so it has 3 zeros. And a biquadratic polynomial has degree 4, so it has 4 zeros. In the meanwhile, I am being joined by many of my students. Let me just confirm. Sai Kiran, it's I think Gurneer Kaur, Hardik, Sachin, you were always there. Nitish, Vidhi, Harry Preet. Okay, I think that's the pet name there. Aryan, you have been there. Sachin, okay, Jyot, Amanjot, Abhishek, Kamaljeet Kaur, Simrat, Robin, Jasman, okay, Ankit, Harleen, Vanchita, Karthik Giri, Chandan Verma, Manreet, Anmol, Arpit. Okay, welcome all of you, and I hope this is going to prove beneficial to you all for learning one of the very important concepts of chapter number 2. Okay, so let us start the concept now. I have already told you that a cubic polynomial has degree 3 and it has 3 zeros, and a biquadratic polynomial has degree 4 and it has 4 zeros. So now we will learn how we can find the zeros of a cubic polynomial. So out of the 3 zeros, 1 will be given and you will have to find the remaining 2. And for a biquadratic polynomial, you will have 4 zeros, so 2 will be given and you will have to find the remaining 2. So this is what we are going to do today. Let us take one example. The first question which I am taking is, this is the polynomial px which is given is 3x cube plus 8x square minus 33x plus 10. Now see, this is a cubic polynomial and now we need to find the zeros of this polynomial. See, obviously you have learned a method in class 9th wherein the hit and trial method was used. Now out of these 3 polynomials, the 3 zeros, one of the zero is given. The question is, if x equal to 2 is one of the zeros, you have to find the remaining zeros. Find the remaining zeros. So this is the question. There is a cubic polynomial. Px is equal to 3x cube plus 8x square minus 33x plus 10. And one of the zeros is given, x equal to 2 is one of the zeros, and we need to find the remaining zeros. Very important question for class 10th board exams. Now we will learn how we can solve this question. So I am solving the question step by step and telling you all the steps here. And if you don't follow any step, you can ask the doubt. I am just keeping an eye on the comment section. So see, x equal to 2 is one of the zeros. It is already given that x equal to 2 is one of the zeros. So what we need to do is to convert this 0 into a factor. So this is the first step. We have to convert this 0, x equal to 2 is a 0. We will convert this into a factor. So just bring 2 to this side. This will become x minus 2. So if you have on the RHS, if you have 0, so x minus 2 equal to 0. So x minus 2 is a factor. So this is the first step. You have to convert the given value, the 0 of this polynomial, into a factor. So just see the difference between a 0 and a factor. 0 is a value and factor is not a value, it is a binomial. So x minus 2 is a factor. So you have to just change the sign of this to bring it on the left hand side. So x minus 2 is a factor. Now what we will do is we will take the entire polynomial 3x cube plus 8x square minus 33x plus 10 and we will try and divide this by this factor x minus 2. So we have already found out one factor. So we will be dividing the polynomial with this factor now. Now see, if you have found the factor correctly, this factor correctly, then the remainder should come out to be 0. If the remainder is not 0, then your factor is wrong. So this is a checkpoint in this question. Whenever you find a factor using this 0, which is given in the question, this factor is correct only when on division the remainder comes out to be 0. Now I am dividing this polynomial with x minus 2, so I don't need to explain the division part. Okay, Robin, x equal to 2 is also a factor or not? X equal to 2 is not a factor, it is called a 0. If you bring it to the left hand side, x minus 2 becomes a factor. Yeah, long division method, correct. We will be using the long division method. Is there any other way to divide rather than long division? Yes, there is a way, Harsh, but we cannot use it at class 10th level. There is a method called synthetic division, which I have put it on the channel. If you search the channel, you will surely find that video wherein we can find the remainder and the quotient without actual division. But here we will follow the traditional division. So 3x square, 3x cube minus 6x square. So change sign. So first term gets cancelled, 8 plus 6, 14. And the remaining terms will come down as it is. So plus 14x. So 14x square minus 28x. Again change sign. Minus 5x plus 10. So minus 5 minus 5x plus 10. Again change sign. And you see the remainder comes out to be 0. So if you get the remainder as 0, it shows that the factor you have found out is correct and the quotient what you have obtained is also correct. So till now, whatever we have done, you cannot go wrong if you apply this checkpoint that the remainder in this case should be 0. Now I hope you have understood the problem till here. If there is any doubt, you can ask. Yeah, the network problem which you are facing might be from your side because every day I'm live streaming from the same device. Yeah, any doubts in the question which I have done on the board till now, because then we will find it out. Hardik sir, it is working only given 1 0. Yes, I see you will always be required to find 2 zeros. So if there are total 3 zeros, 1 will be given. And if there are total 4 zeros, 2 will be given. Okay, so I'm glad there is no doubt till now. So most of you are responding very well today. I'm glad. Okay, now let us complete this question. Sir, please explain from starting. Mandeep, I think you joined late. Okay, quickly, I will just do it once for you. See, this is the polynomial. This is the fact 0 which is given. We need to find the remaining zeros. So whatever 0 is given, just bring the value to this side. So this will become a factor. Then you divide this polynomial with the factor. You should obtain the remainder as 0 and some quotient. Now this is what I have told you till now. After this, what you do is, I am solving it here. So Px comes out to be, see the first factor is x minus 2, and now the second factor here should be written from the quotient. So the quotient is 3x square plus 14x minus 5. And now this x minus 2 will come in the answer also, and you have to factorize this part using method of splitting the middle term. So now split the middle term in this. See 3x square. So you need minus 15 here. So 15 minus 1 plus 15 minus 1. Now you can take common. I don't think I need to explain this middle term splitting method all over again for you, because if you don't know middle term splitting, then there is a big problem. So now x plus 5 is the second factor and 3x minus 1 is the third factor. Now you see we have found out all the three factors. But what was the question? Find the remaining zeros. So the remaining zeros are found out. For the remaining zeros, what you do is, see x minus 2 was already given, so this is to be neglected, and the remaining part x plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x minus 1 equal to 0. And now just solve x equal to minus 5. This is the second answer. And if you solve this, 3x equal to 1, x equal to 1 by 3. This is the third answer. So now the remaining zeros are 5 and 1 by 3. So I hope you have understood this. Already I have got one or two answers. So Shankar Reddy, 3x plus 1, I think you got that wrong. There is some problem with factorization there. Minus 1 by 3, 5 and 2. That sign is wrong because you have got the factors wrong there. Any doubts uh, any student is having, you can ask now, because the second question will be done by you now. Yeah, obviously it is a very easy method if you have knowledge of the basics of division of polynomials and method of splitting the middle term. As I welcome some new students who have joined in just now: Gurleen, Sahil, Pradeep, Nitin, Barinder. Yeah, okay. So no doubts. So let us get on with the second question now. Now this question is for you. You got to solve it. This is question number 2. Now the polynomial px is 5x cube minus 6x square minus 83x minus 60. Polynomial given is 5x cube minus 6x square minus 83x minus 60, and you are given that x equal to 5 is one of the zeros, and you have to find the remaining zeros. Now see, this is the question. This is the solution of the first question. So you see this solution and work out this problem now and give me the answer for the remaining two zeros of this polynomial. I give you 3 minutes to solve this one. Murli, I have a question, sir. Prove that only integer of is divisible by 4. Murli, I'm taking up the topic of polynomials, cubic and biquadratic polynomials right now. I cannot go off the track. So in live streamings, it is very difficult to clear your doubts of other topics. Ishmeen, if you can't see the video, you got to check your net connection. So Must be some areas must be having poor connectivity. That is why you are not able to view the videos clearly. Harkirat, get on with the question, please. Explain from basic level. Yeah, you need to see my previous live streamings. Actually, these live streamings are in continuity. So if you have not seen and followed the previous live streamings, then it will be a bit difficult for you. In the meanwhile, my students are working on the problem. I hope I get an answer very soon. So I'll also write the steps slowly. So that we can verify the answer. So this is the division part, and we have got the quotient also now. Okay, so I have got one or two answers already. Nitin, minus 4 by 5 and minus 3. Let me just check it up. I think you have replied first, followed by Sahil Garg, who is getting the same answer. Yeah, Nitin, I appreciate your answer. You have got the first answer. So I'll just verify it. And now most of you are getting the same answer. Sachin, you are getting the same answer. Anmol, kindly check 3. 3, it is not 3 there, minus 3, I think, because most of them have got minus 3. Yeah, Vidhi, Kulvan, Harjot, Vanshita. Vanshita, please check that 3. Many of you are getting 3 and some others are getting minus 3. So check your answer, please, because there might be an error in one of the answers which you have given. Let me just check, because we need to verify the answer. Now the second part, the first is x minus 5 and the second is 5x square plus 19x plus 12. Now we need to factorize this using the method of splitting the middle term. Now you need to find two numbers whose sum is 19 and product is 60. So sum is 19 and product is 60. So we'll have all the positive numbers only. So still we are getting a lot of answers there. So the factors 15 and 4. So 5x square plus 15x plus 4x plus 12. Now x minus 5, and now take 5x common, x plus 3 and 4 common, x plus 3. So you get x minus 5 already as the first factor, x plus 3 as the second factor, and 5x plus 4 as the third factor. So what you do is, this x minus 5 is already there. So just take x plus 3 equal to 0. So you get the second answer as minus 3. And take 5x plus 4 equal to 0. So you get 5x equal to minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4 upon 5, which is the third answer. So just verify, viewers, the answers which you have to get is minus 4 upon 5 and minus 3. So I appreciate Nitin who gave the answer in least time, and the answer is correct. So most of you who are getting 3, the sign is wrong. They have to check their middle term splitting part or the quotient part. If the quotient is wrong, then the middle term splitting will automatically give you a wrong answer. And If you have split the middle term in a wrong manner, then also you will get the factors as wrong. Yeah, I warned time and again that no foolish talks on the channel. Anyone who is talking off the track will be blocked. So, no name found. That was a person who was talking of something else. So, his comments will not be available now. How to make factors of 19x, Abhishek, you need to learn the method of splitting the middle term here, because this is a 10th class concept what we are studying, and that concept what you are asking is taught in class 7th and 8th. Okay, so already the students are waiting for the next question, but here now we will have a question in which there are four factors. Now we will have a biquadratic polynomial. A biquadratic polynomial is a polynomial of degree 4. So I have some questions here which are given in NCERT book also. So we can solve that to know the concept of this important question. Okay, so this is the first question now. This is of NCERT book, and it is the question in which there is a biquadratic polynomial. Now the polynomial which is given is, this is question number 3, Px is equal to, kindly note down the polynomial which is given. The question is 2x raised to power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. Now this is the polynomial which is given. See students, if you have a polynomial of degree 4, so you have 4 zeros, total 4 zeros. Now in this, every time in this type of question, you will be asked to find only 2 zeros. So there was a cubic polynomial in the previous question, total 3 zeros, one was given, so you found 2 more. Now there are 4 zeros, so given and 2 you have to find. So the two given polynomials now are, if x equal to under root 2 and x equal to minus under root 2 are the zeros of px, comma, find the remaining zeros. The question is nearly same, except that now there are total 4 zeros and you have to find out 2 more zeros given the values of 2 zeros. Now see how we solve this. I will demonstrate this, and after this you will be doing one question yourself. So in this question, the value of px is given 2x raised to power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. Now see carefully students. Now this is something important. X equal to root 2 is a 0 and x equal to minus root 2 is a 0. Now these are the two zeros which are given in the question. So we need to convert both zeros into a factor. Now I told you in the previous question how to convert a 0 into a factor. Just bring this value to the left hand side. So here if you bring root 2 to the left hand side, this becomes x minus root 2. And if you bring minus root 2 to this side, it becomes x plus root 2. Now these two are the factor. So x minus root 2 is a factor and x plus root 2 is a factor. So you see now you have two factors already, and now we need to find the other two factors. I think we have some doubts here. Sachin, the board is not clear. I fail to understand because we are using the same connection every day. So I think there is some connectivity problem at your end. Simrat Gill, by the property a plus b and a minus b. Yeah, that is, I think you're talking of the next step. Robin, so how we can say that we have to find the zeros? It is given in the question, that is mentioned in the question already, that we have to find the zeros. Increase the size of fonts, please. Okay, I'll try and write little bit bigger. I think you are viewing on mobile. If you are viewing full screen on a laptop or a PC, then it will not be a problem. Lepaski, welcome, but you are already late today. We have done 2 questions already. This is the third one. Quality of video is poor. Yeah, at your end, I think there must be a problem because I am using high quality devices here. Okay. Now, see, students who are not able to view this clearly, kindly make it full screen. I think you are viewing it on the small screen of mobile. So convert that into a full screen. You have that option there on the right side bottom of the video. If you click that, the video will come on the full screen. So at that time, you will be able to view it. Okay. Now, how to convert two factors into a single factor? Now, what we will do is, these two factors are already there. Now, we will multiply these two factors. Now, see, x minus root 2 into x plus root 2. We will multiply these two factors which we have got from the given zeros. So, if you multiply this now, someone just now commented, we will be using a minus b into a plus b. So, what is a minus b into a plus b? It is a square minus b square. So, x square minus root 2 square. Now, what is root 2 square? It is 2. Now, we have obtained a single factor, x square minus 2 is a factor. See, this is what is required. We need to convert given two zeros into factors and then the two factors into a single factor. Once you do that, you get a single factor, and now we can repeat the procedure which we have done for cubic polynomials. I think we have a comment here. So please make neat and clean video on your screen is not clear and there is problem. I think today, I think there is connectivity problem. That is why you are facing that problem. But if you view that later, it will be okay. Okay, now see, these are the things you encounter on social networking sites. Social networking sites give you a good quality things, and simultaneously it gives you thousands of people who are foolish enough to comment these kind of things. So you don't need to worry about that. I think they are all competitors who are trying to disturb the video. So don't worry about those comments. Okay, x square minus 2 is a factor. So now what we will do, we will just divide the given polynomial. This is the given polynomial, 2x4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2 with x square minus 2. So now perform the division and just try and find the quotient here. So we need to find the quotient now. So just divide. You can do it yourself. 2x square. So 2x4 minus 4x square. So 4x square has to be written here. Change the sign. This is cancelled. So minus 3x cube plus x square plus 6x minus 2. So minus 3x. So minus 3x cube plus 6x. So you get, this is cancelled. So you get x square minus 2. So plus 1, you get x square minus 2, which you can cancel to get the remainder as 0. So again, the same thing is happening. We have to get the remainder as 0 because your factors should be correct. If your factor is correct, then the remainder is always 0. Now you can perform the same steps again. Px, the two zeros were this, x square minus 2 and the remaining part, now this one 2x square minus 3x plus 1. Now you can factorize the quadratic equation here, quadratic polynomial 2x square minus 2x minus x plus 1. So x square minus 2 into, you can take 2x common, get x minus 1 and minus 1 common, x minus 1. So x square minus 2, x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. So these are the two remaining factors. So just convert them into zeros by putting them equal to 0. So you get one answer as x equal to 1 and the other answer as x equal to 1 by 2. So you see the method is same, but the equation given in the previous question was a cubic polynomial and now the equation given is a biquadratic polynomial. So 1 by 2 and 1. This is the answer for the third question. Yeah, great. Now I'm getting a lot of answers, lot of correct answers. So the purpose is solved, but still I have lesser number of audience today also. See, out of so many students, only 30 to 40 students are watching. Okay, so most of you have got the answer right now. So are we ready for a question to be done by you yourself? Yeah, viewers, can I give you a question? Can you solve it yourself now using these steps? Okay, great. Yeah, great. Okay, as I frame the question, you can just have a look at the steps. I will just frame the question for you. So I hope you are watching the steps and trying to follow the number of steps followed here because you have to use them in the next question. Okay, so we have a question here for you. Now the polynomial which is given, this is question number 4 to be solved by you. It is 2x raised to power 4. Okay, I'll write it in a bold letter because you need to see it clearly. So px is equal to 2x raised to power 4 plus 3x cube minus 49x square minus 30x plus 200. Now this is the polynomial which is given to you and two zeros are now the two given zeros are 2 and minus 5. 2 and minus 5, find the remaining zeros. Find the remaining zeros. So viewers, kindly get on with this question and let me know what answer you get after solving this. I'm glad to see so many of my students today participating. It's always motivating for me to see the students getting some benefit out of YouTube. Get on with the question now. I need an answer. Let me see who gives the answer first. Just waiting for the first answer to come. Very important concept for board exams, I must say. Ekamveer, kindly get on with the question. Instead of commenting, kindly solve the question. This is not something which I expect. I expect that you solve the questions and get benefit. And no personal chatting, please. You will not chat with each other on the live streamings. So I'm waiting for someone to give me the right answer. In the meanwhile, I'll just do one or two steps. Hardik, you have been there for last 15 minutes. We have told all the steps. If you are asking this question now, then that means you have not followed whatever steps I have told you just now. So this is what happens, whenever there are so many people, then distraction is always there. This question is nearly same as the previous one. Why you want a hint in this? Okay, I'll do one or two steps. X equal to 2 is a 0. So x minus 2 is a factor. Similarly, x equal to minus 5 is a 0. So x plus 5 is a factor. Now what did I tell you? You need to multiply the two factors to convert it into a single factor. So x minus 2 and x plus 5. This will give you x square plus 3x minus 10 is a factor. So if you have multiplied it correctly, you should get this polynomial. And now you can perform the long division. 2x4 plus 3x cube minus 49x square minus 30x plus 200 divided by this factor x square plus 3x minus 10. So those who are asking the doubt, have they got this as the factor? So if you have got this as the factor, then your remainder should come out to be 0 on division. So most of you are stuck with the long division. So there must be some error. So we have one answer there, Sachin. minus 5 by 2 and 4. Let me just check with some other students. So if you have got that answer, so Sachin, you got the remainder as 0, right? So if the remainder is 0, then your answer should be correct. Let me just check. Now see, if you convert this 2x square, 2x4 plus 6x cube minus 20x square. So minus plus sign change. So this becomes minus 3x cube minus 29x square minus 30x plus 200. So minus 3x minus 3x cube minus 9x square plus 30x. Again sign change, plus and minus. So this gets cancelled. This is negative, I think. So minus 20 x square minus 60 x plus 200. So multiply this by 20 minus 20. So you get minus 20x square minus 60x and plus 200. See, all the terms are getting cancelled. So the remainder is 0. Students, if you are not getting the remainder as 0, that means you have committed an error somewhere. And now I can see some other correct answers also. So those who are stuck in long division, that means there is some error here. You have got this factor wrong or your division is wrong. So if the division, any step is wrong, then obviously your final answer will be wrong. So many of you are getting that right now. So we will solve the remaining part here. Remaining part for px, I am writing only the quotient, the remaining zeros. So I'll write the remaining zeros. So the remaining zeros will be obtained by factorizing this. So 2x square minus 3x minus 20. Now factorize this 2x square. Now we need 60 here. So what are the factors? How will we splitting the middle term? Can anyone tell me the splitting of middle term? You need to get minus 40 and minus 3. Splitting the middle term. Any takers? Lovenpreet, okay, you are very late right now. It's been 45 minutes. We have been doing this live streaming. Kindly log in tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Okay, can I have the middle term splitting of this equation? Middle term splitting, the factors. Okay, 8 and 5. Yeah, I got that answer. 8 and 5. So minus 8 plus 5. Now you can just take common and you will get your final answer as x minus 4 and 2x plus 5, which you can separately put equal to 0 and get your answer x equal to 4 and 2x plus 5 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 5 by 2. So many of you got that right. Sachin, I think you were the first one. So well done, very well done. And most of you got stuck in the long division itself. So I think that is a problem of basics. Okay, there are some people who are not exactly doing what is desired on the channel. Yeah, I appreciate all the right answers. All the right answers. So well done, all of you. Okay, I hope you have followed this important video for finding the zeros of a cubic polynomial and zeros of a biquadratic polynomial. This is in your syllabus, in your NCERT. One such question I have solved on the board, and this will surely occur in board exams because it is quite evident that it is a very important concept. So students, thanks for participating. I will look forward for your participation tomorrow also. and do join in for learning another of such very important concept for class 10th. Till then, it's good night and bye.